Let's start with a little truth. Construction is messy, it's gritty, unpredictable, and deeply rewarding. It's not just about building buildings, it's about building people, communities, and careers. Every foundation we pour, every beam we raise, every schedule we chase, it's all about part of a bigger picture, the blueprint of how we live and work together. When people think of construction, they picture a hard hat, maybe a hammer, someone yelling over a generator, and sure, that's all part of it. But the truth is, construction and the opportunities and possibilities are so much more. It's an ecosystem of living, breathing network of thinkers, planners, doers, and visionaries who all move together to turn an idea into something real. Welcome to construction. It's not just an industry, but a way of thinking. A world that rewards problem solvers, team players, and lifelong learners. We're not inventing anything new. We're just constantly refining a living system by implementing things we've learned over time. This is true when we look at our own bodies, how a company like Amazon can get your order to you in 2 days, or how a football team wins multiple titles. Everything has a system to operate. So, what are the key things you need to know in order to be successful in any system operation? Well, what is your goal? What do you want? How do you define the end deliverable? What are the key components and the relationships between these components? And what is the depth of knowledge you have on the subject? And what do you need to gain in order to have the knowledge necessary to achieve the end deliverable? There are things that we call outside influences, which are a number of miscellaneous things that may come up along the way. And these are going to change the speed and the direction of your success. But if you apply these 3 components of your master plan, having a vision or goal, identifying relationships and key components, and being aware of the knowledge needed to complete your plan, then you have just found the answer to the book of life. But before conquering the world, let's just take on the construction industry and learn a little more about the possibilities in this industry so you can have a clear picture of where you want to align your goals to get the career that you will love. When we talk about construction, I like to break it down into 4 primary lanes. Think of them like 4 roads leading to the same destination, which is going to be project success. The first lane are the trades. These are the hands-on heroes who bring designs to life. Electricians, plumbers, welders, carpenters, operators. But they are also sheetrock installers, mud, taper and painters, door, window and hardware installers, steel erectors, cabinetry, low voltage systems, carpet, wood, floor, concrete placement, and many, many more that provide specialists that work throughout the entire construction trades. These are the people who get to see what they've built at the end of every day. They don't need to wait for a ribbon cutting ceremony. Their results are already standing behind them. And these often lead to amazing opportunities in entrepreneurship and being able to have your own company. The second lane is design, management, and inspection. This is where the planning happens, the creation of instructions that will be used to guide and manage the expectations and boundaries of the project. Architects, engineers, project managers, estimators, schedulers, inspectors, they're all working to make sure that what's built is safe, efficient, aligned with the intent, and all within the designated time frame and in budget. They are the translators, turning ideas into instructions and chaos into coordination. The third lane is executive leadership. These are the owners, presidents, directors guiding entire companies. They manage budgets, people, and profit, but more importantly, they set the tone for company culture and long-term success. They're balancing risk and reward, vision and reality. And finally, the fourth lane, the service providers. The suppliers, manufacturers, logistic experts who keep the job moving. They manage everything from trench to tower, making sure materials arrive on time, in spec, and under budget. There is also a new kind of service provider, one that forecasts out and sees how to integrate technology innovation into our construction workplace. From data collection and analysis to workflow specialist, AI integration officer, innovation specialist, and data strategist. These new positions are going to be critical in staying current with the evolving modern construction industry. Although each lane has very different purposes, they are all commonly bound by the understanding that each lane depends on the other. Construction only works when these four roads run side by side, communicating, collaborating, coordinating, and moving towards the same goal. Here's the best part. Your career doesn't have to stay in one lane. Here's a little career secret. Most people switch their career 3 to 4 times during their lifetime. For many reasons, right? But the most common is money, boredom, unsatisfied with the type of work that they're doing, and they're not happy with the people that they're working with or that they're working for. But think of this. What if the time you spent in one lane could establish strong knowledge and experience that gives you the flexibility to move to different lanes, but still also moves you forward? When we set up our lifetime master plan, this way we're able to achieve and get further in life and not feel like we're always starting from scratch when moving into an entirely different discipline. Common paths a lot of people travel is starting in the field and growing into management, or coming from design and moving into leadership. Then there are those who come from a different industry altogether and transition their life and learned career skills into a career in construction. Construction is flexible, adaptable. It has a place for all levels of education, experience, and it needs people. So construction rewards growth, it rewards resilience, and it rewards awareness and curiosity. There is something for everyone, and something specifically for you. Now, let's talk about people, the heartbeat of construction. Because of the diversity of education experience necessary for all aspects of construction, it opens up and offers more opportunities and thus reaches a broader range of people. This means men and women of all different backgrounds, cultures, social and economic communities can find opportunities in construction. The most distinct demographic in construction is over 5 generations, which we have working alongside each other on the same job sites. So we have traditionalists, Baby boomers, Gen X, millennials, and Gen Z, all under the same hard hat. That's a lot of experience and a lot of opinions, which all requires a lot of communication. Each generation brings something unique to the table. Our traditionalists and boomers, they're the backbone. They value showing up early, putting in the hours, and leading by example. Gen Z is the bridge. They're practical, resourceful, and often the calm in the chaos. They're fluent in both analog and digital, and they know how to make things happen. Millennials are the purpose-driven generation. They want more than a paycheck. They want what they're doing to mean something. They ask why, and they push innovation forward. And Gen Z, these are our digital natives. They bring creativity, tech fluency, and adaptability that's reshaping how construction communicates and operates. 5 generations, 1 job site, but 1 mission. And that means leadership today isn't just about giving direction. It's about being aware of our differences, compassionate in collaboration, and understanding communication is the bridge that will connect all of us to the successful completion of our projects. Some people prefer a clear, short command, go do this. Others need what might be known as a storybook. What's your perspective on how we should tackle this? This is why leadership is a foundational skill in every aspect of the construction industry. The complexities in the construction environment require thoughtful leaders who can juggle a little bit of everything all of the time. When you learn to adapt your communication style to meet someone else where they are, you stop managing people and really start leading them. This compilation of generations on the job site can lead to a cultural clash. The old school way was built on directive leadership, top down, no questions asked, do as I say. You followed orders because the boss said so. And for a long time, that worked. Construction was simpler, smaller teams, fewer moving parts, and fewer layers of technology. But today, projects are more complex. Clients expect transparency, teams are more diverse, and so the way we lead had to evolve. We've shifted from command and control to collaboration and influence. The best leaders today don't lead through volume, they lead through vision. They don't motivate through fear, they inspire through trust. This could also apply to the increases we're seeing of women in the construction workforce. You know, when we look back on how this industry was built, it's easy to see where our values came from. For generations, the job site was defined by traditional roles. Men were raised and rewarded for their ability to stay laser focused, keep their head down, and measure their worth by how much they could get done in a day. And honestly, that's what built our work ethic in this industry. But times have changed. We're entering a new era of construction, one that doesn't rely only on brute strength, but also now on brain strength, adaptability, and collaboration. The same qualities that have traditionally been associated with women, things like organization, flexibility, multitasking, and empathy, these have become just as valuable on the job site as hard skill and endurance. Now, this isn't about saying one is better than the other. It's about recognizing that different strengths create different kinds of success. The modern construction project doesn't just need muscle, It needs minds that can plan for implementation, manage complexity, communication, and be ready for constant change. So when we talk about job site culture, we're not talking about replacing one way of thinking with another. We're talking about how to constantly be blending them. Because focus and flexibility can and should work together. The ability to stay on task, finish what you start, and push through challenges, now that's powerful. But so is the ability to adapt when the plan changes, to see the big picture, and to help the team adjust in real time. Linear thinkers keep the project on track. Adaptive thinkers keep it from falling apart when things shift. The strongest crews I've ever seen weren't the ones with the biggest muscle or the loudest voices. They were the ones that respected each other's differences. The ones that knew leadership isn't about ego, it's about awareness. It's knowing when to drive forward and when to step back and listen. It's being confident enough to admit when someone else's perspective might make the team stronger. So you can see it's not really about your age, your gender, your skill, or your experience. It's not about toughness for toughness' sake. It's about trust. It's about communication. It's about balance between old school grit and new school adaptability. Having an appreciation to meet people where they are until they can gain the skills necessary for where they want to go. Construction needs everyone. We just need them in the right place, and you need to help define that for yourself. The modern job site isn't built on ego, it's built on evolution. And the more we learn to lean on each other's strengths, the stronger, safer, and more successful our projects will be. This is the new language of construction, where respect replaces rivalry, collaboration replaces competition, and where every voice, every strength has a place on the team. We're not just building projects anymore, we're building people. And that's what's going to be building the future of construction. Here's where it gets real. Construction is not easy. I could continue telling you about all of the amazing people, projects, and careers there are in the industry. But if we did not prepare you for some tough days ahead, I would not be doing you any favors. But here's the thing. Life is hard. Work is hard. Having a career is hard. But if you're doing something for the right reasons, that hard begins to have a purpose. Purpose feeds passion, which generates energy. Energy is what will get you through the long, rough, and tough times, which will become shorter and less often as your experience grows. It becomes less about what is hard and more about how you handle it, how you conquer challenges, press through difficulties, collaborate, and bring teams together. These same characteristics are important, whether it's in construction, becoming a farmer, or being an accountant. Construction will test your patience, your resilience, and sometimes your sense of humor. You'll deal with grumpy superintendents, rain delays, hot days, cold days, broken tools, and budgets that never quite stretch as far as you hope they would. But that's the beauty of it, because the construction industry rewards one thing above all else, and that's resilience. Resilience is passion plus perseverance. It's what keeps you showing up when it's cold, wet, and frustrating. It's what turns problems into learning moments and setbacks into comebacks. Everyone who succeeded in this industry shares that same trait. They just don't quit. They don't know how. But resilience alone isn't enough. We also need adaptability because construction is evolving fast. Technology is rewriting how we estimate, plan, and execute. AI, drones, BIM models, building information modeling software, and digital dashboards are no longer the future. They're the tools that we're using today. If you can blend old school work ethic with new school curiosity, there's no limit to how far you can go. The people who keep learning, who stay curious, who embrace technology instead of fearing it, they're the ones who will remain current and relevant in today's modern construction era. And in construction, you earn your future by what you learn today. As we close out, I just want you to see construction for what it truly is, a living classroom for leadership. Construction isn't just labor, it's leadership in action. There's always going to be something to learn. You don't have to know everything, but you have to be open to learning. Every time you coordinate a crew, solve a problem, or communicate under pressure, you're practicing leadership. You're learning how to balance time, cost, quality, and people. And that balance is what separates good builders from great ones. You see, every job site tells a story, a challenge, a teamwork, and growth. And if you look close enough, you'll realize that while you're building projects, you're also building the team around you. Apprentices become foremen, foremen become managers, managers become executives. Each step you take in this industry is a building block towards something bigger, your legacy. So as you start designing your path, understand the different possibilities in construction, align the experiences that you need to achieve your goal, find mentors that can guide and support that growth. Construction isn't about what you build, it's about who you become in the process. You're not just here to build buildings. You're here to build yourself, to custom design your life master plan. Think about it. Research and plan what you want that to look like. Find a support system that has been where you want to go. Be curious, be flexible, be compassionate, patient, and resilient. Know that anything is possible. You just have to be willing to find a way. Where do you see yourself fitting into the 4 lanes of construction? Trades, management, leadership, or support? And how can you start using your natural strengths to make an impact where you are right now? Make sure to visit our website at constructionmanagementonline.com for more information on our video certifications and 12-week programs preparing you for different levels in your construction career.